In this moment of silent reflection, I wonder how time behaves in such a way to make the evocation that it's only been an Earth week and it feels as though I've traveled a nebulous journey. I briefly lost the light in me to swear, soul wound up tight, a return from loneliness. I took my gratitude capsule. I prescribed myself a bit off time today. You've got it right. Oh my, it appears that I had missed something, and it seems it was my spirit. I have my strength, and it appears as though we are all passengers in this train cart. Go into the light. Light the way. I do magic on the daily. I heal. Okay, that was number 1. I'm here on the live stream to record and document my my meditation journal that I've been working on for the past month. I've kind of embarked on this journey where every day I am holding on to a different intention. And this past entry that I just read, I straight up haven't meditated in a few days and my mental's been a little bit off. So I'm reflecting on the past month to record it. And I figured I'd live stream it as I did that. Who knows how much of it I'm going to read tonight, but I feel like reading it, and I think I'm going to go backwards in reading it. So number 2. I'll save it as I go. Oh, I can't rename it. That's going to be tricky. As soon as we both awoke, Damani and I went into a meditation. In conversation throughout the day, we had both noted how starting the day off in that way really sets the tone for a presence. The whole atmosphere of space seemed bright, and I noticed how much simplicity can be found in observing light, a kind of complex simplicity that is awe-inspiring, whether one understands the physics of optics or not. Balance is integral to leading a successful life. Tiny steps in all the right directions requires balance. Creativity is so natural to me, and I have a beautiful understanding of process. Logic is a tool, a muscle I've always quite enjoyed utilizing and exercising. Chess, ballet, trivia, card games, pianos, puzzles, strategizing, systems, flow, and design. It all lends so exquisitely to art and expression. I see myself. Possibilities. It is painful to not know our true history. The way our current model is based directly off of the oppression of women, Black people, brown people, and the list goes on forever from there. There were ancient societies that were ancient to what we consider to be ancient. First dynasty Egyptians told tales of times long before them. In embracing the unknown, I allow for imagination to alleviate the strain of our artificially flavored system. Imagine the original earthly cultures were queer and intergalactic collectivism. Empathy. This is fun. I'm enjoying this. This feels like a good activity to do. Cool. The mantra of joy felt at times difficult to relate to with so much triggering worldliness around. As I took present steps forward in the wilderness or paid close attention to the sky, I understood what it was the mantra was reminding me of. There's either fear of change or joy of transformation. We are transformed. It's here. This one is a picture. Let's see. Connection can be overwhelming. To feel the joy of existence, to suffer the pain of existence, life in the gray. Experience. The beauty of experiencing life to the fullest is that moments that would typically seem ordinary are held to the same caliber as moments that would typically seem extraordinary. I noticed how sitting with a PR specialist, ideating specifics of an upcoming show, gave me the same warm feeling as wiping away a hair on my dresser. The commonality was my presence in both of those moments. Life is special. It was one of those mornings that I needed to immediately meditate when I awoke. I don't know if the entire night brought bad dreams or if the ones that were bad simply were haunting. I played Janae Aiko's protection mantra for feeling triggered. I got a crown today, and the dental appointment ran long. At one point, both the dentist and the technician tried talking to me, but I had entranced my consciousness to a protected state. Slow down your energy. You are protected. You are protection. Calm down. I wasn't put under. I'd just reached a state of presence that helped free me. My meditation today was so intense that I fell asleep. As soon as I woke up, I couldn't recall exactly where I'd been, or what I'd learned, or who or what entity had guided me there. All I know is I was met with some light beings that introduced me to some very intricate planes. There was an overwhelming connection to the midday sun. I felt it tied to a beam entering my third eye. As I drifted deeper, consciousness entered a new dimension, and my body was left sleeping. I have an uncanny feeling that I was in one of my own paintings, which has never happened to me outside virtual reality. Perhaps I've yet to create it. The moment I awoke, I knew I needed to immediately meditate, so I did, and Damani joined. I moved on to pray my gratitude at the kitchen sink, brewed coffee, resisted aggravation, cut cantaloupe, and did qigong in my nightie. I prepared for the day, and Damani finished class. I invited him to stay for coffee, and he left once our frisky behavior was quickly interrupted by emergency maintenance. I've been practicing patience today and reminding myself to trust in divine timing. I had a heart-to-heart with my reflection. Amazing things will happen in the near future. I claim it. The wind gusted powerfully, and the spot Damani and I made, our home, on packed sand, was right in the tunnel of wind passing through. I sat between his legs, using his knees as armrests, stabilizing my torso under each armpit. It had been drizzling for a split second, and when we joined in vocal harmony, singing the mantra, the sun began to appear. I knelt in the water and splashed walls of water in a circle around my body. I looked back and saw he was in rhythmic breath and deep alignment of spirit. I became a swan, Venus transients, sun, light particle waves. In time, I looked back again and became thrilled to see a full double rainbow at the center, pure love. Joy overwhelmed me all throughout the day. Transparently, it's the first day that I didn't have a good old-fashioned sit-down meditation during this experience. I did many meditative tasks. I took good care of myself, as I do, and a day of celebration and love made it a day to remember. Sitting in my newly assembled ergonomic chair and symphonic raw of exclamation and colon parentheses, smiley faces, prompted me to blink and hug on gratitude. Wink at the sun. Awareness ripples from my being like gravitational waves. Power resonates with longevity and travels through space-time without a wanting for more. To grant myself the gift to guide the imagery of my mind with focused awareness of my vibrational reverberation, I have found freedom, and we need it now. Talking freedom, I need freedom, I need freedom, I demand it now, 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 now. Mine, it's mine, it's mine, it's mine, it's mine, it's mine, and you can't take it from me if you try it. No, you're trying, why are you trying to take it all the time? I need freedom, I Awareness ripples from my being like gravitational waves. Power resonates with longevity and travels through space-time without a wanting for more. To grant myself the gift to guide the imagery of my mind with focused awareness of my vibrational reverberation, I found freedom, and we need it now. Legacy. Every life you've touched, every person you've helped or hurt, every life you touched or did not touch, that is legacy. I realize the prosperity of my legacy thus far, and I smile. I begin to align more and more with my life's purpose each day. And I realize how my voice will carry my legacy on farther than I may have once thought to be practical. That's the thing about divinity. It's not practical or thought-based. It is conscious and surreal. I realize my legacy will prompt conscious awakening to many people. A number with a lot of commas likely, and I hear my original music play. I care not about rights, only that melodies are sung. I am creating a peaceful, loving, and joyful world. It can be difficult for me to find stillness during a meditation. On this night, though, I noticed that I had managed to stay completely still during the entire session. Perhaps this is because the day was so enriching. I really do feel that my effort each day is creating a peaceful, joyful, and loving world. I visited the City of Light and found such strength in a crystal building made of onyx. Dark, hardened blackness, so rich with the color that it blends matter entirely. I decided to stay until it was time to return. Awareness. Awareness of awareness is pure consciousness. Throughout the day, I was tempted to go off into fairy tale land, or to listen to spiraling thought sequences, and instead I pulled myself deeper into awareness. The tasks at hand were tedious, and I did not lose my presence. In awareness, I knew that to keep working late into the night, despite my fruitful day's labor, would be manic and unnecessarily so. So, I lied down beside the beautiful, resting Damani, and he said, "I'm focusing on the awareness mantra." So was I. Grace. May we as a society have the collective strength to rise to power and stray away from the current system which was designed perfectly to oppress. May we break the silos. May we know that we are intermeshed. In this meditation, I went to my sanctuary, the Woodson Museum. I sat on the round stage in the Legacy Garden, and I let the sun bask in its glory on me. So I absorbed its grace. I asked of our universal God, which consists of all things energetic power and force to present me with what it is I need to know at this time. Patience. Patience. I lie still and did a guided meditation on patience. I was prompted to go to a garden in my mind. It was crisp air in the mountains, and I could overlook the skyline with a sense of height and freedom. I sat on a bench as a young child played in the grass at my feet. She was eager and talking to herself in the excited way toddlers do. She had a story to tell. It was long and tangential, and I did not rush or interrupt. It is all any human craves, to feel noticed, to be heard, to be important enough to be seen. Truly, may we all show one another such kindness. Yeah. This one's just a photo or a drawing. Ang Asor. Might as well record that.
Ang Asur Hung.
That's that episode. Trust. Trust is foundational to so much of what is considered good in this realm. Betrayal is the root of so much evil. The more one can trust oneself, evil has a harder time seeping in to gain control. I'm on a journey to trust myself better. That game we'd play as kids, to fall at random and say trust to see if someone nearby would catch you. Little did we know we were surrendering. Trust. What time is it? Okay, 12:49. These are getting heavy. I'll read one more. It's a long one. That sounds good. I am Asur, the power to heal myself. The power to heal. Silent meditation with Vipassana gongs has a different effect than hemi-sync, guided, or binaural meditation. The 5 minutes between gongs ringing are steady reminders to align deeper and to hold the mantra close as alignment becomes more possible. It was a day well spent. I rose, meditated, went on a walk with Miss Kim, worked toward my many ongoing projects, saw Damani unexpectedly, and before we shared dinner and stories, we took calls and reflected independently. Stephanie is a life coach who I met toward the end of college. Funnily, she remembered me in association to the arts because we ran into each other by FAC in the courtyard once, which I had forgotten, and I remembered her from positive psych class. I cried, and she felt my tears. She welcomed my emotion, and even when I tried to mask myself with humor, she told me I was safe in her presence. And she made herself a mirror to my soul in a way that made me realize that parts of myself I have been judged into hiding from the world and even myself. Crying is important. It can even be productive. Time well spent if it brings us closer to our core being. She said, I'm adventurous, courageous, and that I have a healthy sense of pride and humility. She could tell I've been let down a lot and that there's a lot of disappointment. I confirmed all of this. People who love and loved me have hurt me, knowingly and unknowingly. And that, paired with my already very independent attitude about life, has often left me saying, I do myself, the way I'd insist as a child. The letdown turned my accountability into mistrust, though. From, I can do it myself, to, I have to do it myself, because if I'm not the one to do it, it either won't get done or it won't get done right, aka mucho mistrust. Another game of control. I want to trust. I seek to attract more people who I can trust. I am happy to know I am doing that. Damani saw me too, and he told me my communication is excelling. I love him. That feels like a perfect place to end for tonight. That felt good. I'll be doing another live video reading very soon here, likely tomorrow night. So, hi Alex. I'll be doing another live stream soon, so I'll let you know on Twitter. Thanks for sending a message, and anyone else who did message in the comments while I was reading and I didn't notice. Thank you for tuning in, and I hope that you have a zen night. LOL. There's a lot of pain and odd emotions going on in the world, so just do what you gotta do to take care of yourself tonight, or whatever time it is, wherever you are on this planet. I love you.